wouldn't clear across the ocean. If I knew I'd die out, I'd try. Do anything for your heart's devotion. 'Cause I see the God in your eyes, and you'll be the sun in my sky, the star that'll guide me at night.
Good morning. I was waiting to see the little timer up on my computer, but it didn't show. How has everyone been? It's been a while since I have been on here. I actually got on here because I wanted to show y'all pictures of my vacation. We went to California, but my phone for some reason doesn't want to give the pictures up, and I don't think you'll be able to see them if I just show them with the phone like this, because I don't think that's going to work out. But anyway, it was nice. It was nice, and to a certain degree. The scenery was beautiful. The beach and the mountains. I love mountains. I wish I could live by mountains. I'm thinking about moving to where some mountains are, just so I can walk outside and see them. They're so nice to see. But I'm sorry, can't we see them? Okay. I finally got the courage to switch doctors. It's in the process. There's some process that you have to go through or something. They are treating it like a referral. So once it is approved, then I get my new doctor. But if they say that it's not approved, then I guess I'm going to be in their network, because I'm not going to be forced to see a doctor that doesn't care about me. I don't think that's going to happen, though. The last time that I went, you guys don't know, I went to my doctor so that I can get some anti-anxiety meds. I'm sorry, so I can get some anti-anxiety meds for the trip. My anxiety lately has been horrible, and I wanted to have a good time on my vacation. I didn't want to be trapped by anxiety attacks, which ended up happening anyway. Excuse me, I had to drink my coffee before it gets cold, which ended up happening anyway. I can't really count how many times. I know I took medication twice, but I was having small attacks too, like in the car, and we were out and stuff, and I didn't want my family to know, so I really wasn't saying anything. I think my daughter kind of picked up on it a few times, but she didn't pick up on it every single time, so that was good. But yeah, she totally ignored me. I was trying to tell her what my counselor suggested, what medication I take. I forgot. I think it was Cymbalta or something, that it can help with my depression, anxiety, and my pain, my fibromyalgia pain. But no, my doctor wanted me to put me on Alexa, or something like that instead. I did get the medication. I did my research on the medication, because I do like research on stuff before I put it in my body. And that particular medication messes with your heart. It can mess with your heart. It can cause heart arrhythmias, and you know those are dangerous anyway, because it throws your heart rate off. And with me having my heart skip beats as it is, I was like, well, maybe I shouldn't take this. I talked to the pharmacist, and pharmacist was like, well, you're only this age, and so that really shouldn't be a factor. I'm glad you told me about your heart, but that really shouldn't be a factor. But you know, I kind of was looking at her like, oh yeah, okay. She reassured me a tiny bit, but then I went home and did more research, and my mind just started spinning out of control, and I was like, nope, I'm not taking this. So it's locked away, $10 down the drain. I wish I could take it back and say I didn't take this. No, but they can't do that because, people do stuff, and I understand them not being able to take it back. But anyway, the trip was relaxing out. I was happy to be in a different atmosphere, although there was a heat wave when we got there. When we got there, the first couple of days was beautiful. It was nice, and then it went from nice to 102. And I'm like, oh my God, it was terrible when you walked out there. As soon as you got, and when you were in the shade, it was a different feeling. But as soon as that sun hit, man, my arm instantly started burning. My skin started burning so bad. That's why I don't like to be in the sun. And with me having fibromyalgia and it's already draining my vitamin D, that's not good that I don't like to be in the sun. But the sun burns my skin so bad. So no, I don't like to for the sun to hit me because it just feels like I'm being burnt. It's horrible. But other than that, it was nice. Now on the way back was a different story. Let me see. I used my cane the whole time we were out there, except for one day. One day I was free of using a cane, and that wasn't even a whole day. But I was free of using a cane for a few hours. But for the most part, the whole time I was out there, I had to use my cane because I was in pain. When we came back, I ended up in a flare up, and me and my poor mother, my mother was hurting, her legs were hurting, I was back there hurting. So it's not a good idea. Don't drive long distances when you have a chronic pain illness. If you're not afraid to fly or something, I would fly. Me, I'm terrified of flying, and this says a lot. I will fly rather than get in a car again because that was horrible. The scenery was lovely though. I got some really nice shots of the mountains and the trees. I love trees. And the clouds. I love clouds. They're so nice. But I ended up getting into a flare up. I think we had made it to El Paso. Was that El Paso? Yeah, it was El Paso. We had made it to El Paso that evening, and we don't drive at night. So we got a hotel and spent the night in El Paso. When I got by the time we got to El Paso, it was over for me. My left hand was decoration. You can go like this, and it was excruciating pain for me. And so I couldn't do nothing with that hand. When I got in the room, I had my body pillow with me, and I got my pillow and I laid down and I tried to get into a comfy position, which was impossible because at this point my whole body had sparked up and it was just hurt. I was hurting everywhere. I had these two conflicting pains though, which was crazy. I'd rather feel one than two different kinds. Like my right side had that constant pain that, like I'm in pain right now, but it had that constant pain in it that's just like always there. It's really always in my arm. It's just always there. And then on this side, you couldn't touch me on that side because it was like really, really painful. So I had these two different pains. Like this is a constant pain on this side, kind of not dull, not too sharp, that's what I'm gonna say, like this mid constant pain on this side, and then you have this really sharp pain on this side. So it was weird. That had never happened to me before. So I was like, crap, is this getting worse? So I've made me an appointment with the specialist. I told them that my pain is starting to get worse, so that I don't want to end up in the hospital, because I know a lot of people end up in hospitals when they're having like really bad flare-ups, and I'm trying to prevent that as much as I can. I do not want to end up in the hospital. But yeah, that's not the worst thing though. I'd rather have that pain right now than what happened. When we got back, I stayed at my mom's because it's closer to the airport. So I stayed at my mom, me and my daughter, while my mom, my dad, and my son went to go take the rental car back. And so when they got back, we left to come home. So we were gathering up our stuff because we packed the car to a certain degree. And so I was like, well, we can just put all the other stuff in the car when we get ready to leave, because y'all need to fit in the car when you're coming back. So we were putting everything in a car. And my mind, you guys, I promise you, since I've taken that gabapentin and I'm off of it, and it treats everybody's body differently. Sometimes that medication is heaven for a lot of people, but it's HELL for a lot of people too. So it's like a half and half thing, and I kind of fell into the not so good half of it. I wish I would have fell into the good half, but that's not how it worked for me. So it has messed up my memory. My memory is like really, really bad now. And this is what I'm thinking happened, because I just honestly, I cannot remember. I told my son to get my bag. I had two purses. I had my black purse and my green and white purse. And I told my son to get the green and white purse. It's more like it came from a hospital. It's my late aunt's purse, or hospital bag. And he took it downstairs and put it in the car. My daughter was moving stuff around in the back, and she handed me the bag. And I had a lot of stuff in my hand I hadn't gotten in the car yet. I think I sat the bag down, and I was getting stuff, moving stuff around in the front seat so I'll be able to fit, because we were, the car it's not small, but it's not huge either. So we got in the car. Evidently my P's for brain, or whatever you want to call it, I didn't realize that I hadn't picked the bag up. You would think I would see it when shutting the door, because I was close to the door. When I was shutting the door, you would think it would be in the way. Evidently it wasn't. I don't really know what happened to my bag. I don't know if I'm the one that set it on the floor. I don't know if my son did it. I don't know what happened to it, to be honest. All I know is it was left on the ground, and we drove off. I didn't see it, I wasn't really paying attention then either, because I was talking to my kids and stuff, and I was moving stuff around in front. I normally look for stuff, like I'll look. So we drove off anyway. I don't really like to too much think about it, because it pisses me off that my mom went to the neighbors the next day, and she was asking them about it, and they both kind of looked at each other like this and looked back at her. And then the other woman was looking. My mom said she kind of looked behind her or something, and my mom was like, I should have looked to see if I saw it, but she didn't. And the guy's face got all red, and they were like, no. And they just kept looking at each other like, guilty. Seriously. My mom was like, she just want her bag back. It was her aunt's bag. She lost her aunt and real close to her, and that was her bag, and she wants it back. But of course, when people get something, I would never do that. Even if someone left a purse on the ground or a bag or whatever, really, to be honest, I wouldn't even touch it, because I would be afraid of what's in it. But if I knew whose it was, and knew for a fact that it was my neighbors, which they know, they see me with that bag plenty of times. They see me all the time, because I be over at my mom's and stuff. Not a lot, but I go over there, and whenever I'm over there, they see me. They're the nosy neighbors. They're the type of neighbors that look out their windows every time a car pull up. You see their blinds moving. So but anyway, they knew that was my bag, and they won't give it back. So I'm not for sure what was all in there. I know for a fact there was certain things in there that I won't say was in there on video, out of safety, for safety reasons. But no, it wasn't guns. I'm not a gangster. I don't have weapons and all that kind of stuff. That's what y'all are thinking. I had shoes in there. I had my blanket, my little small throw was in there, some jewelry, my Mary Kay makeup, which I'm just totally heartbroken about my Mary Kay makeup. My little was a little like crocheting kit thing that had the little um oh, let me see if I can get this. Hold on a sec. It had a bunch of these clips in it. This so just so happened not to be in there, and it had like a sewing thing, you know. It had the needles in there, the needles in there. Just it was like a little sewing kit, but for crocheting. I had that in there. I thought I had my kid's picture in there, which I was really heartbroken about, but it was in my other purse, so I'm happy about that. And it just had things in there, my stuff. I wanted my stuff, you know, and they can dump all of it. It had my headsets. I had just got some wireless headsets in there, and I mean, dump this stuff and give me the bag. The bag is more means more to me than the stuff that was inside of it, you know. Just give me what belongs to me. I mean, you know it's not yours, and if I knew that you left your purse somewhere, I would bring it to you because it's not mine. I didn't buy it. It's not mine. But here's the thing. They thought they hit the jackpot. No, they did not. Because my black purse had both of my phones in it. It had my tablet in it. It had my wallets in it. It had all of my good stuff in it. Valuable stuff was in my black purse, the one that I have. And so that other bag is sentimental value. And it actually sent me into like a depressive state, which I'm still in. And I know it's material things, and I know that you're not supposed to be materialistic, and I'm not. I'm not. It's just the fact that that was my aunt's bag. Plain and simple. I'm pissed at me because, you know, if it wasn't for the noodles I have in here, you know, I wouldn't have left it sitting there. I'm so forgetful these days, and to be honest, I honestly don't know what happened to it. I honestly don't know how it got left outside, but it got left outside. And so, and it didn't get left outside at my apartment because I was looking for I didn't see my bag. I was looking for my bag, and I was like, oh, the kids will get it, you know, and I was grabbing stuff, and it was nothing on the ground on the side when I got out the car. So it wasn't left over here. It's left at my mom and my dad's house. So yeah. Whew, this was a long story, but I'm sorry, but I had to rant about that because it just, I've been so down about it. I mean, I've cried literally for days, for a couple of days, because it was my aunt's bag, and I was like really close to her, and it's real hard getting over the fact that she's not here, and I still, to come out and say that to me is like, that's ludicrous, but it is. And it's been a while. It's been, well, not a while. She left us in February, toward the end of February of this year, and I just still can't, you know, I'm having a hard time. Basically, it's kind of, you know, it's bad. Anyway, I'm not going to go into all of that, but yeah. So the trip was refreshing, but coming back, I wish I never left because I would still have my bag. I wish I never went to California because I would still have my bag and everything. But there was something good that came out of going to California, and that was finding another one of my aunts out there, found where she is, did things to make sure that she's being cared for and everything. So that was a good thing. But yeah, that's all I have to say. And if I could show you guys pictures, I wrote like a country song, Don't Judge Me. I listen to all kind of music, and we were doing parts, me and my daughter. She filmed me at she filmed me at a park, singing at a park. It's so bad, y'all. It's so funny. And then my son filmed me singing in front of the vacation house that we stayed in. That was funny too. And I never did get to do my part on the beach or anything. I was just hurting. It just wasn't going to happen. And then I videotaped my daughter on the beach, which was horrible because I was walking and so the camera was moving and I almost fell and it was so funny. Yeah, it was so funny. I wish you were there to see it. So I'm trying to look to see if there's any picture I may be able to show you. Y'all, it's beautiful. Let's see. I hope you can see it. Hold on, let's see. See? I took a picture of the rocks at the beach. So yeah, I have some really nice pictures. And if I can get all of these pictures off of here and do like a thing, I will show y'all the pictures. Maybe my kids can do it for me. Like this, we were at the beach at night. And those lights back there that you see, that's the little pier with anyway the park, the little rides and stuff. We didn't go over there though. We should have, but we didn't. And this is the house that we stayed in, if y'all can see. The house that we stayed in was nice. It was really, really nice on the inside. They redid it. They had just gotten that house to rent for a vacation home. It's an agency, and they had just fixed it up on the inside and everything. It was really nice. Really, really nice. So yeah. But that is it. So I'm gonna get off of here because 21 minutes, that's a long time. So thank you for listening to me yammer on about the vacation, my pain, and losing my bag. I did get on a website and order a couple of things that was in the bag to replace all of my drawing pencils and everything, because I need to replace those. And so that's what I'm in the process of doing, and keep reminding myself of the things that I could have lost. So I should be happy with the fact that it was not my black purse, but that one, because my black purse, like I said, had everything: ID, everything, credit cards, all of that stuff. So I'm so glad that they didn't get that. Little thieves. I can't stand thieves. All right, you guys, y'all have a good one, and try to endure your pain as much as you can. Goodbye. Love you.